Hi students. So the next topic in the operating system is segmentation. In this segmentation we'll discuss about the segmentation architecture, segmentation hardware and segmentation with paging technique. So you already know what do you mean by segmentation in the previous chapters. So segmentation is nothing but a small part in the program. Segmentation is nothing but small unit of a program. Whenever the user write a program, we are having the set of modules. We are having the set of modules, and here each and every module we are calling as an segment. Each and every module we are calling it as an segment. So a program is a collection of segments. Here segment is just a logical unit. So such as we are having main program, procedure, function, whatever the local variables you are declared, global variables are declared in the system, in the program, common blocks, stacks, symbol tables, whatever the symbols we are used in the program, and next arrays. So these are all we are calling it as an segment. So now we'll see what is the logical view of a segmentation. So what is segmentation now? Segmentation is nothing but a small unit in the program. Small unit in the program. So now we'll see in the logic view of segmentation. So here we are having the user space, nothing but your user program. Whatever the user written the program, that is the user space. So in this particular user space we are having the number of segments here. So total we are having the 4 segments we are having. So one is the subroutine, stack, symbol table and main program. So these are all called as an segments. Symbol table means whatever the symbols we are using in your program. So the main program, what are the subroutines we are using in the program, and whatever the stack we are using the program. So these are all called as an segment here. So this particular thing, whatever the user written program, so that is called as an logical address. So that is called as an logical address. Who will create this logical address? CPU will create the logical address. We can call logical address as an virtual memory. So here each address we are having the 2 quantities. So first one is an segment name, and second one is nothing but a segment offset. 2 quantities we are having. So first one is an segment name or number. You can write like an segment name or number, and second one is an offset. So let me see one example. So see here example. So is the user space, and total how many segments we are having in this particular user space? Total we are having the 4 segments. So let it be segment 1, segment 2, segment 3 and segment 4. So the user written program. So what will happen when the user written the program? So it will be convert like as a logical address. Who will convert? CPU. CPU will convert like an logical address, and these segments will be saved like an frames in the memory unit. These segments will be stored like an frames in the memory unit. So this memory unit you can call as an physical memory. Here it is called as a logical address space, and here is nothing but a physical address space. So logical address space means it will be created by the CPU, and here physical address space means which is created by the memory unit. Okay, so this is called as a virtual memory, this is called as a main memory. So now we will see the segmentation architecture. So here in the segmentation architecture, logical address contains the 2 tuples. What are the 2 tuples? So one is the segment name or number, and second one is an segment offset. So this particular in the segmentation architecture we are also containing the segment table. You also containing the segment table which is placed between the user program and physical memory. Here we are placing the segment table, and one more thing also we can place here, that is the memory management unit. You already know what is memory management, paging, swapping in the previous lectures. Okay, so in the here the segment table is placed between the user space and the memory unit. So what's that particular segment table contains? It will contains the two things. So first one is an base and second one is an limit. First one is an base and second one is an limit. So what's the base contains? Which contains the starting physical address where segment resides in the memory, means which contains the starting address. Okay, and next one is we are having the limit. So what's the limit will have? It specifies the length of the segment. It specifies the length of the segment. So this is your segment table. So this is a segment table, and in this particular segment table we are having the two tuples. So first one is an base and second one is an limit. So what's the base contains? It contains the starting physical address and it contains the length of the segment. So this base address we are having the segment table base register, which stands for STBR, segment table base register. So under one is an segment table length register. So what it STBR denotes? It points to the segment table location in memory. So in the memory it points to the segment table starting position of the segment. Here in the case of segment table length register, it indicates the number of segments used by the program, means the length of the segments. So your one condition is there here, the segment number S. Segment number S is legal only if S is less than STLR, means segment number is which is less than the length of the segment. For example, we are having the 4 segments. For example, we are having the 4 segments. So that is the length of your segment. If you are giving the segment number is 5. If you are having the segment number is 5 less than 4 is the false. So is an error. That particular address is not found. So only when it is true, when you can write like an less than or equal to also. Less than or equal to. So segment number if you are given 3. And if we are having segment length register is 4, so that is true. You can find that particular segment in the memory unit. So now we will see the example of segmentation here. So this is the example. You already told we are having the user space and segment table and memory unit. In between the memory unit and user space we are having the segment table. So in this particular user program we are taking the 5 segments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 segments. So let it be note like an segment 0, segment 1, segment 2, segment 3 and last one is an segment 4. And the segment 0 we are having the subroutine. And segment 1 we are having the square root, and next in the segment 2 we are having the main program, in the segment 3 we are having the stack, in the segment 4 we are having the symbol table. So these are the different segments we are having. So totally 5 segments in the user program. Segment means the small unit in the program. So this total we are calling as a logical address space. Who will create this logical address space? CPU will create the logical address space. CPU will create the logical address space. And we are having the segment table. What the segment table contains? 2 tuples we are having. So one is the base, another one is a limit. Here base gives the initial address of the segment. Okay, and limit gives the length of that particular segment. Okay, so totally, so I am taking example here, totally 5 segments and those values. So segment 0 base address is 1400 and length వచ్చేసరికి 1000 and segment 1 So base address is 6300 and here limit is 400. And the segment 2, the base address is 4300 and limit here is 400. In the same way, segment 3, the base address is 3200 and here is limit is 1100. So segment 4, yes, the base address is 4700 and limit here is 1000. So how these will be stored in the memory unit? So I already told segments will be stored in the memory unit like a frames. So why? Because it's the main memory and here is a virtual memory. Okay, so how we will store? We'll start with an segment 0. So what is the segment 0 initial address? 1400. Segment 0 initial address is 1400. So what is the length of that particular segment 0? 1000. So 1400 plus 1400 plus 1000. So total is an 2400. So there we are storing the segment 0. So next is 2400. So what is the next related value we are having? Related 2400. So which is there? So segment 3 is there. Segment 3 is there. After 2400, which one is related? 3200 is there. So this is the 3200. So which segment will be stored? Segment 3 is stored. So what is the length of that particular segment? 1100. So 3200 plus 1100. So that is the 4300. So next base, what is the next base address we are having? 4300 for segment 2. So we are having the segment 2. 4300 plus limit. Limit means the length of the segment. How much it is? 4700. So 4700. And the next address is 4700. So which segment will be stored? Segment 4. So what is the length? Plus 1000. 4700 plus 1000, 5700. So next related to 5700, which segment is there? That is the 6300. So that is the segment 1. 6300 plus limit is 400. 6700. This is the segment 1. So in this way, user written program having the segments, those segments will be stored in the memory unit in this way. Okay, so firstly we are having the segments in the user program and we are mentioning the segment values with segment numbers and we are having the segment table. So based upon the segment table, we are stored in the physical memory, nothing but your memory unit. So this is about the segmentation architecture. Okay, so next one is an segmentation with paging. Segmentation with paging. So which one is included in this particular thing? Including segmentation table, we are having the paging unit also included in this particular topic. So in this particular topic, first we will discuss about the segmentation hardware. Next we will discuss about the segmentation with paging. So you already know who will create this particular segments? CPU. CPU will create the segments, means CPU, whenever the user written the program, first it will be followed by the CPU. And next we are having the two things. So first one is an S and second one is an D. So nothing but an, here S is nothing but an segment number or name you can write, and D is nothing but an offset. D is nothing but here offset. So next we are having the segment table. Next we are having the segment table. So what is the segment table we are having? You already have limit as well as the base. So we are checking one condition, whether offset is less than or equal to limit. Whether offset is less than or equal to limit. So we already discussed this point in the segmentation architecture. Now you will see here. So this is nothing but whether this particular segmentation number or offset which is less than or equal to limit. If it is true, and next process will be executed. If it is false, there is an error. The same thing here written in the hardware also. Means, so offset is less than or equal to limit. If it is true, this particular base address, next limit value will be added and this will be stored in the physical memory. Otherwise, addressing errors. otherwise there is an addressing error. So in this way, if the base address and limit, whatever the limit we are having offset, so which is less than, then we can add physical address base to the offset, and that particular location will be stored in the physical memory like an segments. If this condition is false, addressing error will be occurred. So this is about the segmentation hardware. So next we'll discuss about the segmentation with paging. Segmentation with paging. So what will include? We are having the actually what we are having the CPU, segmentation unit and physical memory in the previous case. Now we are introducing one more point, is an paging unit. One more part we are introducing is an paging unit. So what we'll do, whatever the CPU, it generates a logical address. It will be sent to the segmentation unit. Okay. In this segmentation, what will it do? It converts the logical address into linear address, and it will be forward to the paging unit. Now the paging unit, it will convert the linear address into physical address, and it will be lastly saved to the physical memory. So in the previous case, we are having only two addresses. One is the logical address and second one is the physical address. One is the logical address and second one is the physical address. So here is a doubt. What means? Why we need to convert logical address to linear address and linear address to physical address? Why? Why we need to change, convert from one address to the another address? So what is the main use of converting one address to the another address? Why? Because so whatever the user written program which is indicated by the CPU, and that particular logical address is always greater than the physical address. Always greater than the physical address. So this physical address containing only less capacity. Physical memory having the less capacity when compared with the logical address. So that's why we are converting logical address to the linear address and linear address to the physical address. Are you clear here? Why we are converting? So actually logical address is, here is the logical address, and this logical address is greater than the physical address. But this physical address, where it is stored? In the physical memory. Its physical memory contains the less capacity, which contains the less capacity when compared with the logical address. So for this reason we are converting one type of address to the another address. Okay, so this is about the segmentation with paging. Now we'll see with one example here how it will works. So is an Intel Pentium I am taking here. Intel Pentium works here. So we are initially what we are having the logical address. So initially we are having the logical address. This logical address contains the two fields. So first one is an selector and second one is an offset. So we can call it as an segmentation register. Two things we are having. So what's the selector we are having? We are having the description table. Selector contains the description table, and this description table contains an 32-bit and segmentation description. So here we are talking about the Intel Pentium. So that's why it's an 32-bit and we are having the segmentation description. And this will be added to the offset value. This will be added to an offset value and it will be converted to an linear address. It will be converted to an linear address. Initially logical address. So logical address will be converted into an linear address. So what's the logical address having? Two parts we are having. So one is the selector and second one is an offset. Selector contains the description table and this description table we are having the 32-bit and segmentation description. And we are having the offset. So these will be added and it will be converted to an linear address of 32-bit. So whatever the fields we are having the linear address, we are having the directory, page and offset. Three fields we are having. So one is the directory, page and offset. Okay. This So next we are having we are having the directory. So directory we are having the one more thing, we are having the page directory.